Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is me, Dalton from Madden Sports. We are here with the NFC Championship. Lions, Falcons. This is what we've been waiting for. Lions are getting closer and closer to Superbowl. And can you smell that? It smells like an upcoming victory. Now, starting the season off, nobody had hopes for this team. Me, I had little hopes for the team. But I felt like, these guys deserve a Super Bowl. They deserve to get some good wins out there. So I kept my faith in the team, which you should do every now and then. And these guys have played a phenomenal season, hands down. They've had a few slip-ups here during regular season, but apart from their minor mistakes in the few games, they have been kicking butt from start to finish. Now, there was one player for the Lions who is returning to the game that was injured previously. I can't remember his name or whatever. And we also got to talk to the coach. The coach said that he was really proud of the team, and he was glad that we've made it this far. All we can do now is, stay humble and keep working hard. Which coaches who have that mentality have my utmost respect. And new coaches can even learn a thing or two from this, Maybe just a little. But I'm going to leave it to Brandon and Charles Davis once again, and we'll be back at the end of this one.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's the NFC Championship game. We'll see Justin Fields and the Detroit Lions taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports, and man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win. I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward. And that's a nice throw right there, and I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
41 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. Now Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now it's Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Atlanta takes the field. Their offensive leader, of course, Matt Ryan, the former Boston College Eagle.
And I think if there's one quarterback in the league who sometimes gets taken for granted, to me it's Matt Ryan, because I think throughout his career, he's been consistently excellent. Frequent member of the 4,000-yard club, savvy veteran, knows how to throw the deep ball and create big plays. And yes, he will beat you from the pocket.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Rondell Moore, the intended target. 3rd down here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That would give to Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
The Falcons send out their punter. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Taken in at the 22. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw, Fields eluding the pressure right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Able to push his way through. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 63 yards rushing now as he's looked good here in this opening quarter of the NFC Championship. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw to the right here to Gordon. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Four yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Here's Fields.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Lions have struck first in this NFC title game. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bruce Miller, the fullback, his first carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. His throw incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Miller, complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And he is inching closer to that 100-yard mark.
And that's the goal. That's the benchmark that every runner in the NFL is trying to get to. And he's locked in on it pretty well right now. Now, I would suspect that his linemen are locked in pretty well, too. They know that if a guy gets over 100 yards, they've done a great job, too.
You think every starter sort of has the number 100 in his mind before a game?
I guarantee that they do. That's what they think about. That's what they dream about. That's what they visualize during practice all week. 100 yards, because once you get there, it's almost like you hit that number, boom, you might even get to 2.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Fields now to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Ryan to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st down, Ryan. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Ryan's throw complete there to Thomas. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. Again, Ryan. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Ryan. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Von Miller, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And Folk's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Off play action, Fields. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
On 1st down, it's Fields. He's going deep for Brown. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Here's Fields. He lets it fly for Lockett. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Lockett with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions add on to their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. From the 29, Ryan. Thomas has got it. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Michael Thomas, 71 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 6 yards left on second down. Fields escaping the pressure right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Now it's Lockett. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there just before halftime. So the Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown, making a nice catch.
And eating up a nice chunk of yardage as well. And how about how he ended the play? Being the guy that makes the catch over a defender to finish things off. He really competes for the football well.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Melvin Gordon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off. Yeah,
able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts squaring off with the Las Vegas Raiders. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now it's Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point,
trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill, and the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. Handoff to fullback Bruce Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. Here's Ryan. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
They run again with Miller. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Ryan. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Another carry for the fullback, Miller. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Ryan trying to lay one up deep.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Now it's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now Gordon on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down, here's Fields. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 50, here's Fields.
He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Buying time to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Justin Fields.
14 yards.
And the Lions are moving closer to the franchise's first ever appearance in a Super Bowl as they extend their lead.
They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield, try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Lions have recovered. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jalen Phillips. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Fields. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. Get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Lockett saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Ryan. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Kyle Long back from retirement, the guilty party on that one. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl. From the 31, Fields flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Matt Ryan and the Falcon offense set to get going again. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off around the 41. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
I had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win.
Touchdown, Detroit! Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this and go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Ryan will throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, will see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Lions are going to Super Bowl. Yeah! That's how it's done. Great win for the Lions. They have made it. They have got themselves to the big game. The fans out there in the stands, they were going wild. I mean, couldn't you just hear it? That was something. Great win. Awesome stuff. These guys, I'm telling you, they're going to be a good one. And you know, for the AFC, as mentioned during halftime, is that the Vegas Raiders are going up against the Indianapolis Colts. I kind of want to see the Lions and the Raiders face each other. That would be a game to remember. But if the Colts win it, I mean, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. I mean, from what I've heard, they've done pretty good, and they've knocked out some pretty heavy teams, like the Chiefs, the Ravens. But like the Chiefs, they had the same record as the Lions, and they still got knocked out of the playoffs. So, if any team got what it takes to win a Super Bowl right here, right now, I'm going with the Detroit Lions all day, baby, all day. But, wow. Great game right there. There were 4 takeaways. And, you know, Justin Fields, he threw a couple of interceptions there. Some he shouldn't have. He had that fumble there that Rob Gronkowski was able to pick up and save the team for, which, very good thing right there. But yeah, this team is on fire, and I cannot wait for Super Bowl. This is going to be a game to remember. I'm telling you. So, this is Dalton from Madden NFL Sports. Until next time. Peace out.